Alright guys, welcome back to the next video on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Mega Pokemon and which ones have been released and which ones haven't, and where they stand to be in the meta. I'm not going to go over stats, that kind of thing, but I'm just going to go over what my personal opinions will be, and then we'll go over the stats and facts when they are being released. So, these are all the ones that have been released. So you have Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise, Beedrill, Pidgeot, Alakazam, Slowbro, Gengar, Kangaskhan, Pinsir, Gyarados, Aerodactyl. That is for Kanto. Then for Johto you have Ampharos, Steelix, Scizor, Houndoom, Tyranitar. For Hoenn you've got Sceptile, Blaziken, Swampert, Gardevoir, Sableye, Aggron, Medicham, Manectric, Altaria, Banette, Absol, Glalie, Salamence, Latias, Latios, Rayquaza. For Gen 4 you have Lopunny and Abomasnow, and for Gen 5 you have Mega Diancie. Now if you look at the ones that haven't been released, you've got Mega Mewtwo, Mega Mawile, Sharpedo, Gallade, Heracross, Camerupt, Metagross, Garchomp, Lucario and Audino. So obviously Mewtwo is a big one here, and I do think this will just be filler content. I know it sounds a bit ridiculous, but when they can't find anything to add to the game, they throw in Mewtwo. So, oh, there's nothing to add to the game, let's add Shadow Mewtwo to raids. You know, it's always just throw in a Mewtwo. And so I do think these two will be that kind of thing as well. And they will probably be week 1, Mewtwo X, week 2, Mewtwo Y, just to get a bit more of a gap between content, so they can bring more out during the year, basically. Mega Mawile, Sharpedo, Gallade, I don't think they're going to be that key for any of their typings, if I'm really honest. The key ones you're going to have for typings will be Heracross for Bug, also fighting, Metagross for Steel, Garchomp for Dragon and Ground, Lucario for fighting. Steel's being covered by Metagross, so you're probably never going to use Lucario for the Steel type. And then obviously Mewtwo for Psychic. Out of all of them, which one am I looking forward to most? Obviously it would be Mewtwo, Garchomp, Metagross and Lucario. Heracross is going to be one of them that I get, hopefully to get a shiny. But the rest of them, I don't see them being game breaking, but they will be nice to add to any team. Obviously to get that candy if you ever need them. But as we all know, Mega Rayquaza is the most powerful Pokemon on the game, with it giving a damage buff to every single typing on the game, plus an extra damage to Dragon, Flying, and Psychic. Having that Psychic type at the end increases Shadow Mewtwo with the most broken Pokemon on the game so far. And that is insane. Having a Pokemon that can do that and basically make your team outrageous is insane. So, other than that, I feel like... have they got any of the stats on here? We're not going to go over stats really, but if there's anything on here... No, there's nothing. I do think Mewtwo will obviously be 400. I do think it will be 400 energy to get, and it will be like 90 from each raid. Then you've got these Metagross, Garchomp will probably be 300, but 200 to start off with, like Salamence. Heracross, Lucario will be 200. So it should be really good to have these Pokemon in the game, but they're not going to outclass the one we got. Mega Rayquaza probably should have been one of the last, same as Mewtwo. But with the Mewtwo hype, you will get a lot of money being added to the game. Also, people coming back because they've seen that Mewtwo is out. So I can see why they're leaving it. But we do only have 11 Megas left. Now, where does that get us? To Dynamax. Now, they can either do this in one of two ways. They can add Dynamax for any Pokemon, which will increase their power by, say, 20%. Or they add only Gigantamax, so only special Pokemon get the form, like with Mega Evolution. If they did that, it'd be more balanced. I do think having Gigantamax on any Pokemon might be a bit broken, especially in PvP, things like that. You can up a Pokemon's damage straight away, and especially if you can use it in battle rather than in outside, would be outrageous. But yeah, this was just a quick overview of what Pokemon we're missing and how far we are away from moving on to the next gimmick, because we do have the biggest gimmick Pokemon has ever brought out in terrestrialization. That is 18 forms for every single Pokemon. That gives content for years, because they'll just go, oh, Charizard will bring out a Dark type, Dragon type, and it might be the case that these aren't forms that you have to go, oh, let's use this energy. It might just be the case of you catch a Charizard and it has a terrestrialization thing on it that says Dark, and it's just a Dark type Charizard. We don't know how they're going to do it, but I think that would be insane if that was the case, because you don't have a clue what is coming in on any team in PvP. You'll just have to hope that it's the right one. So it'll add so much surprise to the game, would increase PvP a lot, because it would just be so dynamic and you'd have to plan so much ahead. Just like with Worlds in normal Pokemon games, no one knows when terrestrialization is going to be used. So would be insane to see that come to Pokemon Go in the future. But like I said, this video was just a short one to say what Pokemon we're missing and which ones I'm looking forward to using. Please leave a like down below if you did enjoy this content. Comment which Mega that is still missing that you look forward to seeing. I'm sure there'll be a lot of Mewtwo's. But I'm more looking forward to the other ones, Metagross, Garchomp, Lucario. And please subscribe to the channel if you are new. I really thank you for the support. We are on 212 subs at the minute, and I hope to get 250 by the end of the year. It does look likely, and I'll speak to you all in the next one.